Lateral pelvic tilt is when one hip point is higher than the other. To balance that out in yoga, we do a lot of side body strengthening. You might find that one side is a lot tighter than the other. If that's the case, the spine begins to make corrections. As the pelvis tilts, shoulders become uneven, the head and neck start to adjust. So the entire length of the spine is affected by this lateral pelvic tilt. Let's explore a little bit more about what that is. We'll begin seated. Sit with your feet forward. Draw your heart forward. Sit as tall as you can. Now take a 90-90 position with your legs, or a pinwheel position. Especially press the outside of the knee and the outside of the ankle. Just notice how this feels. Twist toward the right side. Twist toward the left side. One hip is lifted in this action. Now take the feet forward again. Get tall by sitting forward on your sits bones. Try to keep that as you go to the 90-90 position. And twist toward the left, to the right. Come back to the center, feet hip distance apart. Again, sit tall. Keep a nice elongated spine and draw the knees over to the right. Lift up, draw the knees over to the left. Sit tall, take your knees over to the right. Sometimes the inner knee, inner ankle aren't touching together at the same time. See if you can get that contact. Same thing on the opposite side. If you find that it's hard to get this knee down, could be a little pelvic tilt issue. In yoga, we work to develop the side body in terms of flexibility and especially in terms of strength. So we'll do things to bring a little bit more awareness to that part of the body. In that 90-90 position, come down to your forearms. Now make a fist with your right hand. As you press the fist down, take your left hand to your waist and draw your heart forward slightly, lift up. See if you can continue to hold the lift. Maybe look forward, take the left shoulder back, stay lifted, draw it down softly. If this is too much time in the lift, obviously come down, but we're not going fast lifting up. We're going very slow, lifting up and holding the pose. As you do, you open the chest, keep the forearm pressing, especially the baby finger side of the hand, and draw it down. We'll do one more of those. Press firmly, draw slightly forward before lifting the pelvis up off the mat. Open the upper chest. Keep your legs active. And lower yourself down. Looks like you're not doing that much, but if you hold the pose, you start to notice that the side body strength really shifts. With the forearm pressing, the right hand to the low back or waistline, press down, lift up. Now notice if one side feels a little bit more challenging than the other. And draw the pelvis down. Pause. See if you can keep the outer knee and the outer ankle and the top leg working fully as you lift up. And hold the pose. And draw down. And once again, lift up. If it feels like this is the weaker side, you may want to have a few more repetitions to create more strength, to balance out the sides. Draw the pelvis down. If you've got blocks, grab them. Lie on your back. Press the blocks just above your knees. Lift your feet up. Draw over to one side. The blocks are pushing against the thighs. The legs are resisting. Draw back to center. I like the blocks in the shorter height, I think. Press the blocks, draw over to the opposite side. Keep your legs active. They spread to your toes. Arms are working. Legs are working. Shift back to the center. Release your feet down. Roll to your right side. Support your head. With your knees bent, take your left arm up. Reach back. And come forward. Reach back again. Come forward. Reach back again. And come forward. Now come to the other side. We're doing this shoulder work in order to notice one side might be a little tighter than the other. So as you take your right arm up, reach it back, and forward. Maybe you'll notice how on one side there's a little bit more range of motion than on the other side. The lateral pelvic tilt affects the spinal movement. Therefore, one shoulder could be slightly lower than the other. This kind of reaffirms this action. The shift in the spine also might affect your neck. Turn your head to look over the right. Come back to turn your head to look over the left. Come back to the center position. Drop your right ear close to your right shoulder. Reach your left hand behind you. Make a fist with your left hand and reach it down. Keep on decreasing the distance between your right shoulder and your right ear. Rise up. Take the left ear toward the left shoulder. Just notice how that feels. Maybe you feel the difference. With a shift in the pelvis, as the spine starts shifting to accommodate that lateral shift, you start to feel the effects all the way up to your neck as you take your left ear closer to your left shoulder and reach your right hand back. Notice if this feels any different than the other side and what that difference is. Lift your head up and again turn to the right. Turn your gaze to the left. Notice which is easier. So in your yoga practice, we work both sides. Now that you know what side is more contracted, what side is stronger, let's come to standing pose so that we can work this a little bit more. Step wide. As you step wide, just shift over to the left, shift to the right. Shift to the left, reach your right hand toward the left outer ankle, back to center, reach your left hand to the right outer ankle. By straightening the right leg, bending the left leg, you're drawing the inner thigh way back to get just a little bit more hip mobility. Another cycle, just to get the inner thigh muscles a little bit more active. And you want to go very slow in these actions. As you develop more strength and balance out the sides, squats are really helpful. And start with a wall squat. Take your pelvis back to the wall and step so that your full footprint away from the wall with your feet hip distance apart. You can squeeze a block to make sure that the knees don't splay wide or draw in. Keep the alignment, press your shoulders back, stay at the wall. Keep a nice engagement. As you press the pelvis back, see if you can get just a nice quality to the spine. With the shoulders pressing back, can you draw your belly forward slightly? Now pull it back. Draw the belly forward. So you're doing spinal extension and spinal flexion. Moving forward and back and forward, holding the pose and back. Come to standing. One of the tests that are often done is to just put a belt or draw from the navel to the sides of the body and just notice for yourself. Is one hip feeling higher than the other? Or stand in front of a mirror and do the same thing. And over time, as you work the yoga poses and balance out each side, you'll begin to bring that awareness of the position of the lateral shift and strengthen the side body. Thanks for this exploration of the lateral shift of the hips. Namaste.